Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to the new year. I just wanted to come on here and do a little Hobonichi catch up. I did decide to go with Hobonichi again for this year, and I have been using a cousin for 3 years, maybe 4. I have them here. We're gonna go through them together. I haven't looked at them in a really long time. So it'll be fun to kind of see how my journaling has changed throughout the years. This year I decided to just go with like the regular cousin, not the cousin avec. And you'll see why. It's just I wanted to have a system that was more simplified, and once these puppies get filled up, they tend to be very sort of messy, kind of holding two instead of one. So I'm hoping this one won't get too crazy. I mostly do watercolor writing and some pictures, so I don't anticipate that it will like bulk up too much, but you never know. I really haven't done any decoration just yet. I'm kind of still deciding what I would like it to look like. Added a little sticker that a friend sent here. I haven't done anything with these at a glance pages. I don't think I will. If anything, I will go back and like log my dailies. But that's about it. I don't really have any plans for this. I used December a little bit. This is really just recording any milestones or any big events, like birthdays or things like that. So I don't have anything going on in January, so hence it is blank. And then we get to our weeklies. I didn't do anything really like the first week. I really am just jotting things down, things that are important. So it's very simple. Most days I'm working the whole day, so there really isn't a lot. There is more that I could keep track of, but again, in the spirit of just keeping things simplified, then we have just not like really gone deep into this. And this is this week. Tomorrow is the 6th, so I'll get to, oh, I hate that this bent like that. Tomorrow we'll get to like, getting stuff kind of jotted down. And then I pre-prepped because I know myself. Time gets away from me, so I pre-prepped the whole month of January with just watercolor, because I was swatching in my sketchbook, and then I thought, well, I should just go ahead and like get some stuff down, get some color down to kind of help break that feeling of like it's too precious, it's too new. So yeah. So for the turning the page, this is my like vision board, and this year my goal is to like practice body neutrality and not be not let like thoughts about my body or fear that my body will be perceived in this specific way to affect how I interact with the world. So this is really like the mindset I want to get into, which I already have been working towards. This it's just like a nice reminder. And then this one is more like a manifestation, like everything's already mine. All these things I have in my brain are already in place. I just have to reach them by continuing to walk the path. This was a Patreon freebie on the public page. It's just a January collage calendar. And I started to write. Obviously, I haven't gotten pictures down yet. I need to like just sit and print those and maybe do a little bit of decor. But I went ahead and I started writing so I wouldn't fall behind. I think most of us, that's probably where we struggle the most, is sort of just keeping up with that daily logging of events. I had gotten some Happy Mail from my friend Suzi, so I just do some of the stickers and the card. Beautiful card. I put this in here with some Scotch tape, and then she sent me some stickers and I didn't want them to fall out, so I just put a little bit of tape, and they're in here. So yeah, today I'll do a little bit more journaling about today, my first YouTube video in a very long time. But yeah, this is what I'm kind of like going towards. Simple journaling, just a simplified system overall. And at some point I do want to collage this, and I'll probably do a video with me sort of putting this cover together. I got the Yumi, is it Yumi? I forget her name. It's on here somewhere. Yeah, Yumi Kitagishi. I love her covers. I have all of her covers. And so yeah, I really am so happy I got my hands on this one. I just think her illustrations are just so cute and they just make me so happy. I don't have anything in here yet. In retrospect, I should have gotten a cover on cover, but I don't really like take this anywhere with me. This mostly just sits on my desk, so I'm hoping it won't get too grimy. So yeah, so that's this year. So then let's move back in the years to, I think this is 2022. Yes, 2022. I'm using two different covers because one of them is a little bit fatter and it was just hard like fitting them both in one cover. So I'm not sure what kind of theme I was going for here. I kind of just stuck stuff down without any real like thought to the process. But I like the way it came out. Let's see. So this year I did a lot more decor. This is when I was really getting into the whole like collage, you know, don't be afraid to use your Hobonichi and add all kinds of junk and stickers and whatever into it. So I just had some junk mail, some stickers, definitely a lot of pictures. I tried to collage pictures for every month. It was the year of the tiger, and I just had a lot of fun with it. This was really a lot of fun. And the only thing about the pictures every month is there's only so many pictures I take, and they kind of end up being repetitive. I did do some stamping in here, and as you can see, my weekly pages were a lot more what would be the word here? I mean, every space manageable is filled in. And so I wanted to just write down what my like morning and PM routines were. So I made sure to write that every morning, like gym, meditate, journaling, mindfulness, which usually was like meditating, and then my vitamins, and then anything related to social media. If I bought something, I would write that down. And then down here I had like a running list like of all the things and the categories, and I forget who I learned this from. This was from a YouTuber. Yeah, I don't remember who it was. I'm so sorry. But she had this system where it was like the top was like what she needed to get done for the day, so no attention was paid to like the actual hours that are in here. And then halfway through, like she divided it halfway. I did it a little bit longer than halfway because I just had a lot going on apparently during this time. But I brought it down some, and then I created categories: language, art, YouTube, life admin, decluttering, supplies, and then any notes. Yeah, I like this. Looking back, down here are the meals, my dinners. I did like this. It probably was a lot to keep up with, which is why I didn't keep up with this, but looking back, I really love it. And when I didn't have anything, I kind of just made little doodles. I really enjoyed using watercolor in here. I really would like to get back into that. The only problem is watercolor on this paper takes so long to dry, and I feel like when you use like a heat gun, it changes the texture of the paint on this specific paper. So this one I changed it and I did like moods. I was really just experimenting here with my Hobonichi and trying to like figure out what worked best for me. And sometimes I was neat, and sometimes I was messy, and sometimes I was like excessively messy. And then sometimes I just wrote stuff. I did doodles, more doodles, stickers. So yeah, just had fun with it, honestly. Just had a lot of fun with it. And sometimes I didn't have much going on, so we just doodled and stuck on washi tape, and that was it. Yeah. I don't have much to say. I'm looking through this with you guys, so it's kind of like a blast from the past. I got to a point right around June, which is now I'm noticing is usually my point where I'm like, I'm done with the Hobonichi. I just was jotting stuff down. I was basically just using it. Very loose goal setting here, and then a whole lot of like journaling. I think I was trying to do more like AM pages in here. So cute. Some of these doodles are just really cute. So yeah, I won't like, try to go through all of these because it's just boring writing. But again, just I forget what job was I in during this time. Let's see. Oh yeah. I was obsessed with BTS, and so I would like constantly watch their run shows, like to just get through life. So that was fun. Yeah, so I don't think there's much in here besides that. I skipped a few days. I started it back up. So very sporadic towards the end. I started using this as a anxiety tracker for my therapist. And I think that was all in here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like go quickly through this because we have 2 more years to go through. Okay, so that was the first part of 2022, and then we get to the second part. I was a lot more, I was using a lot more textures in here, I think. Putting a lot more stuff and pictures and ephemera and stickers, like what do you call these, like these textured stickers. My neighbor's cat, he's so cute. November, December I dropped off. Oh, sorry, is this the first part? Oh no, this is the second part, sorry. Some happy mail from Lydia, and here I didn't stick to that like process that I had before where I just did task, and then the bottom I did like a running list of things per category. And I remember why I stopped doing that. It was because the list would really overwhelm me. Like I would feel like, "Ugh, I don't feel like doing anything in this list right now." And then I felt like I'm a loser because I didn't get to do, or didn't really want to do anything that I had written for myself. So yeah, I became a lot more free and messy. And it was fun. This was a fun year in the Hobonichi. We went all out with the decorating. Again, towards the end, we kind of fell off the whole daily journaling and weekly. I did write some stuff, and I don't think I really decorated or even watercolored in here. I'm trying to see if I have, okay, so I have some like junk, some textiles, some more junk. Let's get to the good stuff. You don't have to look at my boring writing. Yeah, I just did a lot more collaging in here. Not really like any rhyme or reason, just trying to keep track of what I kind of was touching day to day. A lot of this was inspired by Jane the Crazy, because I really enjoyed kind of like seeing her journal and how free she was, and how she was always collecting like junk mail and things like that, and packaging and labels from bottles. So I really leaned into that and try to like do that in here. So it was really fun. And I think I'm pretty much stopped for the rest of the year. Yeah, so that was it for 2022. I keep these in separate covers, obviously, because one is a lot thicker. And I wonder if I can, when you try to consolidate, like the cover doesn't like really close fully, because one of them is like, what do they call that? It's like rounded. I don't know how you say that. So yeah, I mean, this one fits fine, both of them, but you see how one is like weirdly like bent, and it kind of sticks out. That bothers me, which is why I had both of them. And then we're gonna move on to 2023, which is these guys here. Let's just take them out. So this one is, I think this is the first part of the year. Let's see. Yes, this is the first part of the year. And this one is the second one. I didn't really bother decorating it. So for this one, the cover is Hello Kitty themed. I have some extra stuff back here. So yeah, I did some light decoration, not as much as I did in the previous months. I attempted to do some tracking that I fell right off of that. We went right back into the monthly. We went right into the monthly pictures, and I don't know, yeah, I think I dropped off right there. Yeah, we didn't use this much. We started off strong, you know, I was just writing things day to day. I wasn't really kind of writing tasks. I was more writing like what happened, what didn't happen. And sometimes it was just stickers because I didn't have anything. But I still had a lot of fun. Oh, I missed Pocket Journal Pam. Yeah, I signed up for Suzi and Pocket Journal Pam around this time, and I just think they add so much to your journals. I still follow Suzi. I just love their illustrations so much. So yeah, I didn't really do, I was trying to write like what I was watching. That didn't work. We did a lot of journaling with pictures, which was really fun. I love looking at this and kind of seeing just life, you know, back then. Yeah, this was just so much fun. This was a lot of fun. It is a lot of like time that you put into this, but I feel like once you go back and you look at everything, it's so inspiring. Yeah, this is when my dog was getting really sick this year. These are some of my Patreon stuff. So I added some of my stuff in there. Oh, it's a little. So yeah, I won't again. I'm not gonna show you every little thing. It's just, you know, I did doodle here and there. Packaging, so kind of like a combination of the two previous, some junk, some watercolor, some stickers, some drawing, sketching, whatnot. So yeah, I don't think, yeah, towards the end I stopped like really decorating that much, but I did try to like continue to write. So that was the first part of 2023. I'm just gonna put this way. And then 2023, the second part, as you can see, I did do some decorating, not as much as the first half of the year. Am I in the frame? Okay, just making sure. So let's see. I don't think okay, yeah, I started to track like my entries, and again, that lasted a month. I did nothing really on the monthlies. I didn't decorate or anything. So here's just like, you know, what I wanted for the second half of the year. And most of these printouts are all Suzi's Tiny Desk here on YouTube, but I think on her Patreon she's Susanna Bryant. But if you watch her videos, then you can just go through the link in her description. These are some of my printouts. Nothing. Picked it up again in October. Around this time, work was really depressing, and so you can see that. Yeah, I was just going through the motions during this part. This is my stuff, and then we start with the journaling, which I'm pretty strong about. I didn't really put many pictures, which is something that I probably would have done looking back, but I don't have a good way of printing pictures. It doesn't involve like, you know, getting out my giant printer, and so that impedes me. But this year I have like a mini photo printer, so that might help me like get better at it. I don't want to flip through like this whole thing one by one, so that just gives you a glimpse of like how I was journaling. Just decor, writing, and a little bit of paint. That's about it. And I went pretty solid through to the end. I think in December, which is always crazy for me, I wrote here for myself that I wrote any entries for December in my MD notebook. But yeah, just same of the same. And so this was 2023. That was a fun year. I might keep these together. No, if I keep them together, see how like one will stick out. So we'll just get those in later. So that brings us to 2024, which just ended. So you can see one side we really did well. The other side I pretty much gave up. I can't even remember when. What's this? The 5th of August, but we'll get into that. So the beginning of 2024, I was really busy with work stuff. I didn't do anything in the yearlies. That was my dog Charlie. They both passed. One very traumatically. Everyone knows the story, I'm sure. I did try to do pictures. These were puppies. We got puppies from a rescue. They were so cute. My goodness, they were so cute. So I'm glad I got some pictures in here, even though I didn't really like fill up the rest of the year. So because work got really busy, you'll see a lot more stuff on here. And then we had a lot more meetings, so I was highlighting where I had the meetings, and I was keeping this really neat. Like, I made it a point to keep it super neat, super functional, so that I could just quickly find what days I needed to be in, get my head in the game, so to speak. And then I started to do highlights where my day ended and where my work day started, just because it helped me to see, like, you have all this free time where you could be doing other stuff. So it didn't feel like, you know, it was just me working. And then around April, we fell off that for a while. I'm trying to think why, though. Why did we fall off around April? I may have gone into another planner, but I can't remember. This was my vision board for the year, and then I decided, like, every beginning of the month I do like a little collage type thing. And here I was inspired by Megan Rhiannon. Obviously her style is a lot cleaner, but as in the whole thing where I would section stuff off and try to write smaller so that it doesn't look like, you know, I'm a serial killer. I use a lot of my printouts, a lot of Suzi's. I started incorporating more like pop culture stuff. I did some more drawing, some more of the same, but trying again to include like more pictures. And yeah, my babies. These are all my babies that have passed, and we miss them dearly. So it's cool to see, you know, like my office. I finally got an office where they put my name. That was really cool. I took pictures of that. That didn't last very long, but it was fun while it lasted. I started to do these collages on Shuffle, and I started to incorporate those. I started to incorporate like media I was watching, inspo, bedroom inspo, more bedroom inspo. So yeah, I won't get into like this whole thing. Obviously, these are when we got the puppies. They're so cute. But yeah, again, I really love the look of like that messy look of like watercolor and decor, and you don't necessarily have to write a lot. You can just write a little blurb. So on this side, I wrote gratitude, and this side was just a little blurb about the day. The bottom was like a free-for-all, like you could just do whatever you wanted, or I could just do whatever I wanted. But it was just so fun. It was a lot of fun, and I'm not quite sure why we fell off. I'm trying to see if I have a reason. This is April, so I fell off in April on the like weeklies. I think I remember now. This is because I started my garden for like a pollinator garden, and that literally like took over my life for like 5 or 6 months. So this was the space in our yard that we used to like start it up, and those were the first plants that we got. So this is really cool to see. This is at the nursery where we picked out flowers. This is really nice to see. I'm glad that I put all these pictures in here. But yeah, that was us building the garden. This is what the collage for May looks like. And then we started to get butterflies. And we started to get more pollinators. And then I got inspired to upcycle my rusted out patio set. And we started to get mushrooms, really cute ones. And yeah, and I was just in love with this whole process. We had birds, and ibis came to the yard, which we've never seen. And then I kind of stopped writing again because it was very hard to keep up with it, but I did try to like still add pictures in here where I could. So this was really fun. And as we get closer to the end of May here, I kind of just completely fell off. I did attempt to do some stuff in June, and then that didn't really go anywhere. I did write on the 17th that I released 2 monarchs and fulfilled my lifelong dream of having a butterfly garden. Yes, that was a very beautiful moment. And then I did mean to come back in here, but we just dropped off again. So if anything, what I'm trying to show you here is that your type of journaling, just because you missed a day, a week, a month, it's not a failure. It's still beautiful. I still get joy looking through here, even though it's empty. And even if there isn't really anything great to look at, and if anything, I can see like where my state of mind was. So this was the second half of the year. I started a new job. So then things again started to get busy. I had a lot of meetings in the beginning, but then they kind of died off as my work got more task oriented. So then I didn't really feel a need to like keep doing this whole highlighting thing. And so since my system was kind of like forced to be ended, I didn't really feel like coming up with a new system towards the end of the year. So I didn't bother, basically. And then I did start to watercolor with the intention to get back in here, but in July we were like in full like garden mode. Every day was garden. So I did kind of try to create some structure here regarding my new AM and PM routines, because my job was now in office for the most part, and so there was just a lot of relearning of like that whole getting up early, getting ready, you know, making time for the commute, and then, you know, spending your whole day at an office. I wasn't used to that. So I kept this as simple as I could and only wrote when I felt I needed to. And the watercolor just really kind of soothes me. Like I like the idea of like just sitting and making circles in watercolor. So I still went ahead and watercolored in here. And yeah, I just did some very light, simple journaling. And yeah, around August, which is you know, I was still at my new job, just started trying to get stuff sort of figured out. I did do a few writing here and here, and then nothing. And then I had to write something for Halloween because that's like my jam. And that was it. That was it. I think I tried to write something for you all, maybe. No. Yeah, that was all. So this was 2024. So that brings us to current. So I'll just like stack everything on here so we can see. So I encourage you, like, even if you feel you let go of the practice of using your planner, or you feel like, you know, there's no point to it because you missed a few days, or you missed, you know, a few weeks or months, it's fine. You could jump in and out of it whenever you want. There's no rule saying that you have to like touch it every day. Like, there's no rule. Yeah, it is a planner. But if that doesn't work for you, then you can make it whatever you want. You can use your weeks or your weeklies for whatever you want. There's just like so much you can do. It's just paper. Just because it has like, you know, that format for use as a planner doesn't necessarily mean you have to. And I still get joy from these, even though I would say like 40% of these are incomplete. They still bring me joy, and I still enjoy seeing the pictures and kind of reading back to what my state of mind was. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope that our next video will kind of put our cover together. I guess I'm a little nervous because like I only have the one cover, so I'm like, do I keep it simple or do I like go all out? But then will I get tired of it? So, because it's a year, like I'll be looking at this for a year. So just something to think about, I guess. I'll just have to like think on that a little bit harder. And yeah, I hope to have more videos coming up, and I hope that you can join in. And if not, that's fine. You know, I want to thank you for being here today and for sharing this time with me. So I will talk to you later.